So welcome to PAX 2009, and this is the 43rd installment of the Full Moon Show. Got a great show coming up for you today, including exclusive footage of Brian Allgeier's Weapons 101 presentation. We've also got some interviews with some of the other community managers and the cool stuff they've been working on. Finally, you're going to see Ratchet doing his thing around the show floor and us handing out some of the inflatable wrenches. So stick with us on the 43rd episode of the Full Moon Show. Throughout all of PAX, Ratchet was wandering around and hanging out with our most dedicated fans, taking pictures, giving people hugs. But the real highlight of day one for us was Brian Allgeier's Weapons 101 presentation. And Brian went over the history of the weapons in the Ratchet & Clank franchise and talked about what makes a great weapon, and also premiered 3 brand new weapons that we had never shown before. We're going to show you some highlights from his presentation and also show you those 3 brand new weapons for Ratchet & Clank Future: A Crack in Time. Let's take a look.
My name is Brian Allgeier. I'm the creative director on the Ratchet franchise Insomniac Games. So first I want to show you this graph here. I got a lot of graphs to show you, like this one here, that's going to kind of explain to you all the details that are entailed in making a good weapon. Okay, everyone's eyes are glazing over. What's all right, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you. Okay, let's talk about some fun stuff. So, you know, another part of the Ratchet & Clank, I guess, DNA is morph weapons. And so we had to bring back the Chimp-O-Matic. Monkeys are funny. Can't go wrong with monkeys. A world reveal, according to James. So, all right, give it up for the Chimp-O-Matic. It's his coming out party or something. All right, so close here. We're revealing the Rhino 5, and this was probably the best Rhino weapon we've ever done. But what was kind of interesting was we developed this weapon, and we're always trying to crank this weapon up to an 11, a 12, whatever, a 20. And we looked at it, and it just wasn't that cool, And so we're thinking, I'm thinking, wait, how can we make it cooler? And so I just keep, writing up all these thoughts, like, well, this thing has to feel like the 4th of July. I mean, explosions have to be going off. There's got to be sparks going everywhere. You just press, it's the win button. And I said, when you fire this gun, it's practically, you got to hear the 1812 Overture. I don't know if you're familiar with that. They play it at the end of every 4th of July show. And so that's what we want to deliver. So then, one thing we also really liked was the Rift Inducer. And this is a new world exclusive here. And haven't you always wanted an interdimensional being that you could throw out? Just yank anything up? We're on the PlayStation 3 now. Let's make it an Uber weapon. Let's just go nuts. We got the power. Let's do it.
Here we got your Ratchet & Clank wrench. Throughout PAX, we handed out the same inflatable wrenches that we handed out during Comic-Con, and we handed out thousands of these to some of our most dedicated fans who came by, and they blew them up and carried them around all weekend. But while we were wandering on the floor, we ran into all sorts of folks, from dedicated super fans like Izzy Chang, who you may remember from creating the Marksman. And for PAX, she created a full Chimera costume that she wore on the show floor with the Marksman that she built. And it was really cool to see. We also ran into some other folks, though, like some of our fellow community managers who were there with their games. So let's go check out what they have to say. I'm here with Matt Grandstaff, Michigan alum Matt Grandstaff.
Hello.
You guys have been showing Brink every hour and completely clogging this aisle.
That's right.
So tell me a little bit about Brink.
Brink is a first-person shooter coming to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC in spring 2010. It's developed by Splash Damage.
If you had to tell me like the coolest moment you've had playing Brink, what is it?
Honestly, the coolest part for me has been making the characters. The customization's cool. You'll be able to hop in and out of multiplayer. You can play it as a single player game, but it's also, you know, kind of co-op, single player, and multiplayer all kind of raveled into one. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
And what else are you guys showing? You got Wet and some other stuff coming out?
Yeah, we got Wet, which will be out on September 15th on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Rogue Warrior, which is based on Dick Marcinko, who is kind of like a Tom Clancy guy, except he actually lived the experience. That's coming out sometime, hopefully around the end of October. And then we're also showing Doom 2 and Quake Arena Arcade for Xbox Live Arcade.
Cool. All right, well, Matt, thanks for sitting down with us for a minute, and we're going to go see who else we can find.
Cool.
We are now here with Sean Babtiste. He is the manager of community development at Harmonix.
Yes.
And they are here with Lego Rock Band, and more importantly, which is out this week, the Beatles Rock Band.
Beatles Rock Band.
How's it going, dude?
It's been intense. Like, there's been like 1-2 hour lines just to play the game on our big stage. We have little booths out back where people can play, but people are still like, no, I want to play on the thing. I want the big sound. I want the big stage.
They want to feel like a rock star.
Exactly. They want to feel like a Beatle.
How has it been working on basically the biggest like sacred tome of music?
Daunting. I would say daunting. Like, yeah, realizing you have the biggest band that has ever really been, that today is still more famous than some famous bands that are out today. And kids know them, everybody knows the Beatles. Dealing with a legacy that looming, you really want to get it right, and our team really worked hard to get it right. And we worked with the Beatles themselves to make sure we got all that correct.
So it seems like you've had like a lot of like parents and their kids I've seen in your line. Are people introducing their kids to the Beatles through the game?
Yeah, I mean, people, and also sometimes the kids know it even better than the parents. And you have these little kids getting up there and singing songs. We did a Beatles fest where there was this little girl who stayed with us for like 4 hours while her mom wandered off. And I was like, well, I'm a babysitter, but she was just sitting there playing song after song, knew every Beatles song by heart. It was amazing. It was really scary, but amazing.
Cool. Well, dude, I'm so pumped to play this game this week, and thanks for coming on the show with us.
Oh, I'm happy to do it. And good luck with Ratchet and Clank. I'm stoked.
Yes, sure. Okay, I'm here with Arne Meyer. You guys all know him from Naughty Dog, working on the Game of the Year 2009, Uncharted 2, Among Thieves. So, how awesome is your game?
It is so awesome.
How tired are you at the end of
So
PAX?
tired.
That's it, we're done. I do want to talk about this for a second. Look at this. This is like, what is it? What are you calling this? It's not the collector.
Fortune Hunters Edition.
Fortune Hunters Edition, and these are like super rare. The only way you can win them is by following Naughty Dog on Twitter and the PlayStation blog and maybe a few other ways.
Yeah, there'll be a few other giveaways that will and contests all over the web, but you'll hear about it on the PlayStation blog or through our Twitter.
You guys come out what, October 13th?
October 13th.
So you get to play Uncharted for 2 weeks, and then you get to buy Ratchet and play that for a week or two, and then you can go back to Uncharted after you're done with Ratchet. But you have to buy Ratchet as well. Thanks, Arne.
Sure.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back in a couple weeks with another audio episode, and we'll bring you all the latest on Ratchet & Clank Future, a cracking time as we get closer to its October 27th release date. Thanks for tuning in this week, and we will see you soon.